My parents adopted an Indonesian boy. During Ramadan, she used to get up early and make suhoor for him. And if we were having pork, she would cook fish. Occasionally would come into his room and find him on the ground, with his head on the ground. I wonder, what's he doing? Malaysia, you could say, this is where memories are more sturdy. My family moved to Malaysia, and because both my parents were teachers who opted to join the Colombo Plan, which was designed to help nations, third world nations, upgrade the quality of their education, teaching skills, etc. So both my parents were teachers. My father taught English and taught Latin. My mother taught mathematics and science. So people around me at that time, this was now high school, they were from different backgrounds. Some were half European, half Malay, or other ethnic groups that lived there. Kadazan, and they have other tribes that lived in Kota Kinabalu. This is the name of the place, and the state is called Sabah. So there I was able to fit in comfortably, quite comfortably, because everybody was a mixture of this, that, and the other. And I used to ride a motorcycle. My parents had gotten it for me. And during this period here, my parents adopted an Indonesian boy who was around my age. And the reason why they had done that was because Indonesians in Malaysia were not given the opportunity for university study. It was reserved for free university study, reserved for the Malay group, which were the majority in Malaysia. He was one of her students. So she wanted to give him the opportunity to further his studies. When we went back to Canada, he would accompany us and continue his studies there in Canada. He grew up with us, and we observed that my mother did some special things for him. During Ramadan, she used to make suhoor, get up early and make suhoor for him. And if we were having pork, at any time for dinner or whatever, usually pork is popular, she would cook fish, so he didn't eat pork. And she made sure that his dietary requirements were fulfilled as a Muslim. We saw it, myself, my sister, and my brother, and we wondered why. We didn't know. Beyond that, maybe it was his culture. My mother was doing it as a cultural thing to preserve his culture. Something like that. I think maybe she explained that way. And occasionally, my brother, sister, and myself would come into his room. He had a separate room. We all had separate rooms. Would come into his room and find him on the ground, with his head on the ground, and his behind in the air. I wonder, what's he doing? Because Muslim prayer was not visible openly. Masjids were, the British colonials had disallowed the building of mosques in the main city where we were, they had to keep the mosques outside of the main city. So we didn't go to those areas, so we didn't see that as a common practice. So we would just talk amongst ourselves and say, what is he doing? Why is he doing this? We didn't know, but we were too shy even to ask my mother, what is this? We just didn't mention it. And I didn't realize that it was prayer until the day when I decided to accept Islam, and prayer was shown to me, etc. Then that's what he is. He is a Muslim.